Hey, if you're here, it's because you're watching some hot exclusive Pig Cake Patreon content here, and I thank you for that fat penis that you have displayed by investing in good old Pig Cake here. So thank you for that. So you have the deck spread. Spectator touches any card. Let's say they touch the 5 of clubs. You show this to them, and while you score it up in the deck, it's under your control right now. So if you want, you could give the deck one of these shuffles, and guess what? That card is right on top of the deck. So that is a control, and the control is to the position second from the bottom, or if you want, to the direct bottom of the deck. But I prefer second to the bottom for the sole reason that it allows you to turn the deck over and not necessarily flash that you control their card second from the bottom. So this control is pretty much one idea here that I've thought about when wanting to do a convincing control that really doesn't require a lot of work. So this control is actually pretty much self-working once you get the initial moves down. So what you do here is you have the spectator touch any card they want. Let's say they touch this one. Now, ordinarily, you just show it like this, but what's going to happen is you're going to put this card around the middle of the spread here, and that's how you're going to show it to the spectator. So whatever card they touch, you're going to thumb off, and just under the guise of just showing them or wanting them to get a better view, you're going to put it here between the spread being held by your forefinger here. Now, at the same time, if you want to control the card second from the bottom here, what's going to happen is you're going to do a pinky pull down, or you could do a buckle, whatever it is that it's going to take to get that break right above the card, the bottom card of the deck. So now that you've shown the spectator this card, you're going to do just a simple motion of squaring up the deck. Now, really, you don't have to do much here. Now, I found that when developing this control, I was trying to figure out ways to squeeze the fingers in. Really, all you have to do is just square up the deck as you would naturally, and that card is just going to, because of the separation, it's naturally going to go between that break or to the bottom if you chose not to have that break. So pretty much, this is almost a self-working control. You're going to want to have your fingers in the way. You're going to want to manipulate stuff. But really, as long as you just square up the deck without doing anything, that card is going to go right to that position. So you could say that this is almost a self-working control here. So that's how you do it to the second from the bottom. If you don't want to control it to second from the bottom, you don't have to do a buckle. All you have to do is just square up the deck, and that card is going to naturally go to the bottom of the deck. However, I do recommend you do that initial buckle, because this allows you not only to have a little bit more depth, more of depth illusion, but to turn the deck face up on a table if you feel that the spectators are a little bit suspicious. So this is a very self-working control that is a very nice way to control the card second from the bottom. If you want it directly in the top, then after you complete the control, you're just going to do a milk shuffle. Milk shuffle, for those of you that are Iranian, is that you're going to squeeze the bottom card and the top card at the same time, which allows the rest of the deck to be overhand shuffled. You're going to overhand shuffle pretty much all the way up until the last card, which is going to be their card. So one more time, that card is second from the bottom. By squeezing both the top card and the bottom card, these cards come off as one, and their card is now here. So if you overhand shuffle, you're just overhand shuffling that card all the way to the top of the deck. So that is a nice little control. There is a couple tricks that work well with it if you need to control a card without apparent manipulation of the deck, or if you just want a self-working control to keep the card under your lovely control for that. So you practice that, and you enjoy. Thank you very much again for being the hot Patreon member. That's what I'm talking about.